Well, happy holidays, everyone. Merry Christmas. I know it's technically not Christmas when this video is going out, but hey, for some of you guys, you're celebrating today, you celebrate some other days. Whatever the case might be, we have our hat on. We're in our holiday spirit here. We have one last little Switch 2 thing to be covering for you heading into the holiday, and that is because a insider who was literally leaked the entire June Direct has started doing something really mysterious. And that mysterious thing seems to be hinting at the exact announcement day for the Nintendo Switch 2. They also did a reclarification a little bit earlier this month on when the Switch 2 will be releasing. So we're going to dive into that because this is wild. I'm going to take this hat off, though, because this bell is driving me crazy. I mean, look at it. This thing sings. Oh, well, the battery's dead. And you know what? We needed to cut their idea of switch hats. But let's go ahead and dive right in. First, let's talk about who this person is. So this is a user over on Weibo. They are a Chinese insider. And if you remember this Central Leaks thing, this person of the Switch 2 is getting revealed in January for a March release. That was what we covered a while back. This is back in November. Exactly a month ago at this point, November 25th. But the reason that people believed him is because this person leaked the entirety of the June Direct. So this person leaked on Weibo correctly pretty much everything regarding the last Nintendo Direct, what was largely ignored in the West. So this is why we're paying attention to this person, because of that. Now, after that stuff went viral, I guess, it got spread all over the internet, the person went ahead and deleted all their posts and privated their account. But just like when Pioro did that, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's where the story ends. Because guess what? They're back. And they're doing something that is quite fascinating that reveals the possible reveal date of Nintendo Switch 2. So we go over to the Nintendo Switch 2 subreddit here, and it says, Chinese Weibo leaker who leaked the whole June Direct has started a mysterious countdown to January 8th, which could be an announcement day for Switch 2. So the reason we're looking here is because the account is private. We can't actually look at these posts right now. But it says the Chinese Weibo leaker who previously leaked the entire June Direct has been counting down using the Fibonacci sequence numbers since December 21st. Based on this pattern, the countdown will end on January 8th. The leaker previously claimed that the Switch 2 could be revealed in January, so this might hint at an announcement date. His Weibo posts are only visible to followers, so you'll need to create an account and follow him to view them. But here's the screenshot. Now, we're going to look at these screenshots here. You can see, obviously, that the countdown's there. You can see the number going on, and obviously it's believed that this is going to end up being the Switch 2 reveal. Now, if you don't know what the Fibonacci number sequence is, essentially if you just go and Google it quick, it says the Fibonacci sequence is the series of numbers where each number is the sum of the two preceding numbers. So you start with 0, and then you go to 1. Well, 0 plus 1 is 1, so the next number is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5, yada, yada, yada. So the guy's going in reverse order where we're going to end on the 8th. So that is fairly interesting to at least think about and speculate on. But there's a little bit more to this story. Why? Because it turns out this user has doubled down on it being released in March. Now, we got to remember, the current rumors we have now, like Nate the Hate saying there's some sort of May event, Nintendo Duo out there saying it's going to release in like June. So that seems to be the prevailing thought right now from multiple insiders and multiple outlets is, oh, June, it's going to happen in June. Well, turns out that this person, who again has credibility just because they leaked the entirety of the June Direct before the June Direct happened, well, their sale doubling down on March. Let's go ahead and look at this. This is another post over on the Nintendo Switch 2 subreddit. It says the Chinese Weibo leaker also doubles down on the Switch 2 releasing in March. And you can open this up here and you see this was their original post, right? We talked about this back in November, see the November 23rd, about the January and March thing and the number of units being in production, which, by the way, those production numbers that he stated, they turned out to be accurate. After we got the data from the shipping stuff, it turned out that his numbers were actually accurate. So it looks like he might actually know something. But as we go back in here, we see this is a post from 12/6. He reposted this post back on December 6th. Foxconn's November financial report showed that it had already sent a batch of assembled Switch 2 to Nintendo, which had already started to stock up. This is different from the previous model released before mass production. It can be predicted that the interval between release and sale will not be too long. So that is interesting. So interval between release and sale means interval of reveal. So reveal to when it's on sale is going to be a very short period. That's what it seems to be indicating for Foxconn's November financial report. And again, this goes back to support the notion that he said reveal in January, release in March. Now, again, the biggest calling card this guy has is he leaked the entire June direct. He also obviously put out some manufacturing numbers that were proven to be correct via shipping data. So he's 2 for 2 on putting information out there. The other information is January reveal, which, by the way, I've heard and others have heard. Now there's multiple reports on a January reveal, so he might be 3 for 3 with that. But the March release thing is the thing that seems to be disputed. Now, PH Brazil earlier this year said that the plan was to release in March, but he's been pretty silent on that for a while. He also thought it would for sure be revealed this year, but didn't have any direct knowledge of that. He just thought, hey, if it's coming out in March, obviously, it's being revealed this year. Didn't happen. And now we have obviously Nate the Hate with that May event and Nintendo Duo out there being like, June. So everything seems to be thinking, well, it's going to be spring 2025, which runs through June 20th, but technically begins March 20th. So if it releases at the end of March, it would fit in that window as well. But that also would be the end of the fiscal year versus the start of the brand new fiscal year. Either way, it kind of looks like it's probably releasing in spring 2025, but could it be March? Is March still on the table? Well, obviously March is still on the table. Arguably any month is still on the table. Nintendo could announce it this week and release it to the public next week for all we know. Nintendo can do whatever they want. We've talked in the past how a 2-month window could work, because if we think about the actual marketing cycle for a console, it's a lot of dead air. There's not actually a ton of marketing that happens. They announce it, then they have a blowout, and then they have some commercials, and then the damn thing's on store shelves. All of that can be condensed to 2 months. You don't need 6 months to spread out events, but it does look like, at least based on Nate the Hate and Nintendo Duo, that seems to be the plan. Announce in January and then, have a standard marketing cycle. But this guy is still pretty confident it's happening in March. He said it back in November. He's not backing off that stance. He's using the Foxconn financial report to sort of back the idea that it's going to be, reveal and then shortly released after. So in the end, we just have to sit back and go, we have no idea when this thing is being announced in terms of the day. Obviously, I have heard personally from my own source that it is going to be next month. So as Nintendo Talk and others. Nintendo Talk, by the way, didn't hear it for sure was a reveal. It could be an announcement of a reveal. That's possible as well. They could announce something in January to reveal in early February. I mean, that could happen. I think it's going to be before the financial meeting on February 4th. But I'm just going to sit back and see what happens. The 8th, by the way, that second week, or as some people call it, the first full week of January, also happens to be the week that I predicted on the podcast last week. I said, hey, I don't know anything, but that second week, right, the week before Donkey Kong, that might be it. Now, Nintendo Talk said he heard something about the 23rd, which is the week after Donkey Kong on a Thursday. So there's that to consider still. There's a bunch of rumors floating out there. And as we get into January, you're going to hear rumors about how every week is the week. Let's just be frank. Every week we get in January, some insider, somebody pretending to be an insider is going to go out on the internet and be like, hey, this is the week. And then when they're wrong, someone else will come along and say, no, this is the week. Oh, no, and this is it's going to happen because we're pretty confident in this January reveal, which means there's a 5-week period and probably not going to be week 1. I'm just saying this because it's New Year's and Japanese New Year's ends on the 3rd. So it's kind of one of those, hey, it probably won't be that week, holidays and everything, but the week after is possible. So we're going to sit back and see what happens. I want to know what you guys think about this stuff down in the comments below. A little treat for you for the holidays. And remember, there potentially are some image leaks of the Switch 2 and the Switch 2 dock coming tomorrow. I mean, I'm saying potentially not because the leaks won't happen, but we're not 100% sure if it's legit. But we're going to take a look at that tomorrow. Reminder as well that we have a bonus stream tomorrow. I'm calling it a bonus stream. Our podcast has been moved from Christmas Day, which is Wednesday, to Thursday. So we're still doing the podcast this week, just a day later. But I will be live streaming tomorrow, and there is going to be some giveaways on that live stream. So you guys might want to tune in for some holiday giveaways that anyone will be able to enter and win. It's going to be good fun. I do want to thank you guys for being here. I am Nathaniel Reveljans from Nintendo Prime, and I'll catch you guys in, tomorrow's Christmas stream. Bye, everyone.